Namaste. Welcome to your Thursday yoga practice. This is August 5th for you. Today we're going to explore the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, Sahasrara. This chakra is associated with the note B. There's no element or sense connected to it because it is really spirituality, God, growth, the cosmos. It's expressed as empathy, unity, or separation, bliss, self-realization. Anadia Judith describes it as consciousness and thought, omnipresence, Sat Chit Ananda, which is truth or existence, consciousness and bliss. Sat Chit Ananda, truth, consciousness, bliss. Awareness or unity with the divine. Masculine traits include knowledge, order, emptiness. Feminine traits include wisdom, unity, and fullness. Someone deficient in their Sahasrara, crown chakra, may be materialistic, disconnected, and cynical. Someone excessive may be overly intellectual, have a spiritual addiction, or be super spacey. Someone balanced in their crown chakra will have realization, grace, enlightenment, and bliss. Sounds divine. Sit tall. Draw your hands together in front of your heart space. Inhale deeply. We'll chant Om on the B note. Inhaling for Om. Release your hands. Let's draw some circles to start. Apparently it takes leaving for 10 days to get Toby to want to hang out with me all day. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale your heart back. Involve your throat as much as you'd like. Maybe you close your eyes. Imagine your pelvic bowl like a coin that you've spun that is about to land flat but is spinning all around the rim of its edge. When you're ready, switch directions. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. Come to neutral. Exploring boat pose. Maybe today for fun, you reach your arms up to the sky. You know, you can always ground your hands behind you the way we often get into it. Maybe you reach up. Maybe you find some balance on your hips and float your toes off the ground. I just realized I didn't say the color associated with the crown chakra. Sometimes you'll see it as violet, sometimes as clear. I went with violet. I'm the most appropriate. Keep breathing, lengthen your spine as well as you can. Another breath. And release your Navasana expression. Cross the opposite leg in front. Draw your circles. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling backwards. Imagining the edges of a coin traveling around the edges of your pelvic bowl. Doing that helps give your muscles a little massage as well. The attachment points that attach deep in our pelvis. Switch directions. Notice the quality of your breath, quality of your thoughts, your mood right now. Everything's impermanent. It can all change at any moment. The mantra we can repeat is, I am filled with greatness. I experience oneness. And return to sit tall. I am filled with greatness. I experience oneness. Make your way onto your back. We'll flow through several postures related to the lower chakras. This highest chakra doesn't really have a lot of postures associated with it specifically because it is such a spiritual realm. It's not so much in the physical body, but all ships rise with the tide, right? So we'll work from the bottom up, exploring our root chakra. Press your feet into the earth, lift your pelvis. You can pause at any point that it feels good. Maybe you float your arms up with you. Flowing bridge, drop it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Invite sound, which is vibration, anytime. Remembering that we can use our Ujjayi breath anytime as well. One more flowing bridge. And let's keep our hips lifted. Lower your arms, walk the upper arms underneath. Maybe you clasp hands. Maybe if there's not a Toby in the way, you clasp opposite edges of your mat. Settle into a bridge that works for you, remembering that there is space under the neck, that the chin is lifted to the sky, that the chest rises towards the chin as we press our feet into the earth, sending our hips higher. Another breath. Exhale, lower it all down. Pause for a moment here. You might sway the hips and the legs side to side. You can close your eyes and imagine your spine returning to neutral. The gooey discs all going back where we want them. Another breath or two like this. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. You can stay just like this, or Susarandrasana, figure 4. Lifting your legs in towards your chest and then maybe extending your left leg long. Breathe here. You can interlace your hands behind your left thigh. See how much you can flatten your hips, your back to the earth. The natural curve of the spine is always welcome. That's why we can pretty much always slide our hand under the back of our neck, often under our low back as well. But see if you can let the muscles melt into the earth. Another breath or two, explore if you'd like. And then set your feet down, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Stay here, or hug the legs into your chest. Or Susarandrasana, sending your right leg long. This reclined figure 4. Breathe. What can you let go of? Can you soften your jaw? Soften the muscles of your back, your shoulders. Maybe you take a little movement for our last breath or two here. Plant both feet on the ground. Then hug them into your chest. Rock side to side. Stay like this or find happy baby. Nice hip opener. Figure 4, happy baby. Creating some space in the hips and low back. Our root and sacral chakra areas. Safety, security, creativity. Send both legs out long. Breathe. As you're ready, bend your knees back towards your armpits and hug your knees in. Tuck your chin to chest. If you don't like rocking up this way, then roll onto one side. Otherwise, we'll rock ourselves up and find balance in boat pose, Navasana. Hello, solar plexus. Core muscles, our willpower. Maybe we reach, maybe we return our arms up overhead. 3, 2, 1. Set your feet down, hands back behind you. Inhale, lift your hips. Reverse tabletop. Make any adjustments you need to with your hands and shoulders. Let this feel expansive. Press your hips to the sky. Open up Anahata, your heart. Maybe you open your throat, dropping your head back. Breathe wherever you go. When you're ready, lower your hips down. Maybe you windshield wipe. Side swipe is what I almost said, but don't use words like that before road trips. Bring your legs side to side. There we go. Breathe. Focus. Plant your feet, hands back behind you. You're welcome to do the reverse tabletop again. You're welcome to stay just like this, because just like this, you're already engaging your core, you're opening your heart, you're opening your shoulders. Maybe you lift your hips for reverse tabletop. Maybe Purvottanasana, inclined plane. Do what works for you. Soft knuckles is a better idea for me right now. Tired wrists, it happens. Breathe. Push the ground away. 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips. Shake your wrists out. Let's plant our feet, rest our arms on our knees. Sit tall with an inhale. Exhale. Round your spine, chin to chest. Rest. Make your way into tabletop. Flip it around. Give Prince Toby his space. House rule, you never move the cat. Couple of cycles of cow and cat. Full inhale to drop the belly. Exhale to round the spine. Push the ground away. Take any other movement that feels good here. I know I like to send my hips back as I exhale, stretching out the spine this way. Inhale, you can imagine like a serpent. Draw your heart forward. Exhale. Inhale. A few more cycles, however you're choosing to do it today. Be mindful of how your arms are in the shoulder sockets. Remember, we want some external rotation so that the biceps face more forward, the elbows point more back. Return to neutral. Keep your knees and hips right where they are. Walk your hands forward, Anahatasana. Forehead, third eye, ajna to the mat. Or maybe you tuck your chin, opening up the front of your throat a little more. Do what feels good to you. Breathe here. Feel your heart melting. from Anahatasana. Inhale, rise up, plant your hands, tuck your toes. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Remembering a little bend in the knees. Melt the heart back towards your thighs like we just were in Anahatasana. Anchor into your index finger joint. Push the ground away. Let your head and neck relax. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Blocks are there if you want to use them. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips touch down. Step your right foot back and out. Let's do warrior one. Pardon me, sir. I'm just going to get off the mat. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Hands to hips. Check your alignment. I apologize. I think I'm getting a little loopy. Anchor into the pinky side edge of your back foot. Bend into your front knee. Lengthen your low spine and lift your crown. Reach then. You can stay just like this or explore warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. Lower your torso towards parallel. Again, you can stay here. Maybe you start to float the back leg off of the earth. Reaching in front of you or bringing your hands to your heart. Sometimes that's very helpful because you press your hands together. That helps you find the midline or the Sushumna. If you're in warrior three, let's bend the left knee, replace the right foot, reach. Exhale your hands to the earth. Find a flow if you like. Otherwise, you can stay high in plank, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your torso. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower, tuck your toes, push up, find downward facing dog. Reminder, child's pose is always an option. Inhale the right heel to the sky, three-legged dog, look forward. Exhale, step or swing that right foot to the top of the mat. Step your left foot up a bit. Set up for warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, let's do hands to hips, making our adjustments. Guide your outer right hip back, outer left hip forward. What we're doing is neutralizing the hips. Bend into your front leg. Anchor into that pinky side, the back edge of your back foot. Core engaged. Long tailbone, lifted heart, lifted crown. Lift your arms. Breathe. Feel focused and dedicated. Warrior. Stay like this or start to shift your torso towards parallel. You can stay here or start to float your left foot off the ground, standing into your right leg. Arms can be doing whatever they need to do to help you manage this posture. Again, hands pressing together can help us find the midline. Both legs are just as engaged as if you're standing in mountain pose or in plank pose. Breathe. Let's bend the right knee, replace the left foot, reach up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Exploring Natarajasana, dancer pose. If you want to use a strap, you may do so. Oh, buddy. Okay. Strap in right hand if you're going to use it. If not, bring your right elbow into your right side. Open it out. Like that. Left hand on left hip. Let's carry the weight into the left leg. Anchor into the four corners of your left foot. Bend your right knee, heel towards glute. If you're using this strap, let's loop it over the foot or ankle. If you're not using the strap, then catch the foot with your hand. Stand very tall. Reach your left hand up to the sky like you're picking the prettiest flower at the top of the tree. And bring index finger and thumb together. Hold that flower. Begin to kick your right foot into your right hand or strap. Try to squeeze the legs together so your right knee is not splaying out. Focus and breathe. Play with it for about 3 more breaths. Begin to release the posture. Pause in Tadasana Mountain Pose. Take a slightly wider stance. Let's sway side to side. Okay, reestablish Tadasana Mountain Pose. If you're using the strap, bring it into your left hand, creating the loop for your foot to slide into. Otherwise, left elbow into your arm, open the arm out to the left, stand tall. Right hand on hip, carry the weight into your right leg. Bend your left knee. Bring that left hand back, see if you can find your left foot or ankle. Strap or hand meets the foot, start to kick it into the hand. Oops, reach that right arm up. Reaching to the top of the tree. Pluck yourself the most beautiful piece of fruit. Start kicking the hand and leg into each other. You know what I'm saying. Breathe. Nadaranjasana. Dancer pose. Imagine squeezing the legs together. Imagine squaring your shoulders. Notice if you're gripping the mat with the toes of your right foot. Try to lighten it. Couple more breaths. Breathe deeply. Slowly release the posture. Return to mountain pose. Feel the feelings rushing over you. Bounce it out. Even my therapist says to shake it off. Us yogis are onto something. I think so. All right. Inhale, reach out and up. Little half flow, wash it out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Sink your hips. We're going to very gracefully crawl ourselves onto our knees into tabletop. Now, exploring Shavasana headstand. If you have a blanket handy, let's use it. I'm only going to guide us into headstand prep. Don't be scared. So since we played with rabbit pose the other day, maybe we overcame some fear of putting our head on the earth. If that didn't feel good, please don't do this. You can find child's pose, which is just loaded with blissful benefits. If you're open to exploring, place your hands just like we did in dolphin the other day. Elbows directly under your shoulders. Let's not interlace our hands. Let's cup our hands. Bring them together like that. Place the crown of your head on the blanket or mat, cupping the back of your head with your hands. Scoop your belly in, engage your core, tuck your toes, lift your hips. There's very, very, very light pressure on your head here. Push the ground away with your arms. Breathe like this. There's no discomfort in your cervical spine and your neck. Walk your feet closer. You'll feel that moment perhaps when your hips are over your shoulders and you get very buoyant, really light. You might even catch some air. If it's in your practice, if you're feeling up for it, you can explore headstand here. This is as far as I'm taking it. Breathe. This has so many benefits. You don't need to get the feet up in the air to experience the benefits of headstand. Another, let's say 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet back, drop your knees, find child's pose. Breathe deeply. From child's pose, crawl your arms forward. Return to Anahatasana. Excuse me. Eric got me lilies, which is really sweet, but I'm super allergic to them and the pollen is just all over. Thread your left arm under your right arm. Drop your left shoulder to the mat. Taking a twist in Anahatasana. After a nice stretch on that side, return to extended puppy, heart melting. Thread your right arm under your left. Rest on your right shoulder. Enjoy a couple more breaths like this. Unwind. Prop yourself up and make your way into your Shavasana. Maybe today you keep your feet planted. Maybe you send your legs out long like usual. Maybe you're diagonal on your mat because your pet friend is also in the middle of it. Let yourself arrive however you are. And then let yourself be. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Truth, consciousness, bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. If you notice yourself attaching to thoughts, let them go. Deepen your breath. Invite movement back into your body. Sit tall. Take your time getting there. As you arrive with a lengthened spine, eyes closed, hands together in front of your heart space, we'll close this practice with a long Om on the B note. Inhale. Thank you for continuing to show up for yourself. When we show up for ourselves, we can better serve others. I'll see you tomorrow.